is in that area or due to a different thing, but I came out of that real fast. So I was not as drowsy as I was supposed to be. And she took me to get a Shamrock Shake, and it was nice.
Hmm.
It was a bad idea because you're not supposed to use straws,
To
but it
use
was
straws,
delicious.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The fun thing about mine was they didn't put me under.
Oh,
That's very fun. Did they
Uh-huh.
take them out whole or did they break them?
No, they took them out
I,
wholesale.
That hurts so much more. I remember because I
mm,
Uh-huh.
asked them if I could keep mine, and they said, "We can do that. It's going to be horrifying." And I said, "I don't want it to be
Testing.
horrifying."
You know what's crazy is they didn't let me take mine.
oh,
Yeah.
That's upsetting as well. Yeah.
I
yeah.
was like,
No,
I
mine
grew
have.
those. Those are mine.
Yeah, I
I
had
made them
double
myself.
wides. I had double wides, so I wanted to keep them because they were weird. I would
Yeah.
have wanted them
I
anyways,
wanted
but
to make earrings, but they were like,
they
nope,
would have
we
been.
can't give them to you.
I'm sure you
So,
could buy somebody else's online. That would still be
But
kind
those
of the
aren't
same.
mine.
yeah,
Yeah.
homegrown teeth.
I'll
That's the
just have to
appropriate
get two more of my teeth taken out.
farm to table teeth.
That was a
But yeah,
joke.
you thinking,
I'll never go through that experience again. I don't
So,
well,
ever.
next time they can put you out. Do you think in front ones, back ones?
Oh, back ones. I need these. These are
I need these for eating things. Actually, I
uh,
use the back ones for eating. These are
I
just
need these for
for smiling
smiling.
and enunciating.
mm,
Yeah.
so,
Um,
so
but
fun
yeah,
fact. Last
go
time
ahead.
last time I had dental work, they like sprayed my gums with Novocaine and they started working on my teeth. I was like, I could still feel this. They're like, you should no. They're like, you shouldn't. I was like, well, I do. So can I get more Novocaine, please?
Yeah. See, both of
I
mine.
told. Mhm.
I'll go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say I told a dentist I didn't need to be numbed for something, and he said that's not possible. I'm gonna numb you. So he numbed
Hmm.
half of my mouth, and then he was like, "Oh, you don't need to be numbed." And I was like, "If only someone had told you." And he was like, "You
Yeah.
should tell your next dentist you don't need to be numbed." And I was like, "That's fine." So a year later, I go back to the same guy. I'm like, "I don't need to be numbed." And he was like, "That can't possibly be true." I'm like, "We've been here before.
We've done this.
You told me
We've done
that.
this
Yeah.
whole thing before."
Hmm. Um, my teeth had already poked through the gums, so that was why they
Mm.
didn't put me out or anything. They just, shot me full of the Novocaine and they were like, we're just gonna yank on these bad boys. Um,
I don't think
and
that's right. Mine were fully out and they still put me. I think your dentist just as bad. Sorry.
I don't know, they did a fine job, I
I'm
think.
sure they did a fine job. I just hate that you're hurting, or not
Yeah.
hurting now, but hurting then. I don't like
You
that
know
one
what's great?
bit.
Wasn't hurting then, really. It was more just like I felt it. Are you okay, Jeff?
Mm.
I just everything medical squigs me out.
Oh, we're done now.
Oh
Sorry, then
yeah,
we'll
yeah.
done. Yep, then we'll stop.
I'm surprised that your
Like
veil is
fucking
not.
dentists not listening to their patients. I can't.
Yeah.
I'm
Wild.
I'm surprised that I'm the one who brought in the body horror X card and not you at this moment. Like apparently both have that, but like yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, medical stuff is legally different than body horror, even though it should be the
Yeah.
same thing because it is the same
Oh,
thing.
so fun fact. I think I've mentioned this on the stream before. I'm going back to school. Specifically, I'm going for physical therapy assistance, which requires me to be around things that make me very uncomfortable. Like when I had to
Hmm.
dissect a cow heart. I was
Oh,
like,
Yeah.
yeah, I hate it. I hate it. It feels unnatural, but I understand it's important, so I just deal with it.
Yeah, my sister's at PT school, and half the things she tells me, I'm like, that's not good.
Yeah, it's not great.
That's not good.
Mm-mm. So let's that's the intro. We are live, right, Jeff?
Yep.
We are indeed.
All
Hi,
right.
gang.
Welcome to Omniversal Escapades, everyone. We are the host for this show. I am the Dungeon Master for this adventure, and we are playing Dungeons and Dragons. Our X's meaning that we do not bring into the campaign are children apparel, depictions of gore, slavery, sexual assault, and our veils meaning we just kind of fade to black, are body horror and feces,
and dental work.
and dental work. Uh, Fun fact: there is actually a horror movie called The Dentist, in which an evil dentist does kill
Of course
people.
there is.
Yeah.
That doesn't
And
surprise me literally at all.
Yes,
and
it's
and
like
that isn't that the movie that also has the guy who works at the florist who feeds people to his plant?
oh, I know who you're talking about. I'm forgetting his name.
Seymour.
Yeah.
Just
Wow,
thinking.
that like suddenly came to you.
Oh, they got such a good cast right now. Anyway,
They do. Be a better cast with me in it. What?
there you go.
oh look,
I mean,
you didn't say that. I said that.
Mm. No, I said it. I'll say what I said.
Yeah, I agree.
Call
Rick
me
Moranis.
Broadway. Yeah, Rick Moranis, that guy.
That is a name I could not remember.
Rick Moranis, the man that got punched on the street, and people decided that was the end of COVID.
Huh?
What?
Say more. Say more about that.
You can't
He
just
was
not.
walking down the street in New York in like 2022 or late 2021, got like straight out decked, and somebody goes, "New York is back, baby. COVID's over. New York's back."
Because somebody punched Rick Moranis?
Nobody should punch Rick Moranis.
No, but yeah.
Why did they do that? They didn't even provide information as to why they chose to do that.
Rick Moranis punched NYC. Yeah. Wow, yeah. Arrest
Yeah.
made after actor Rick Moranis sucker punched on.
I'll tell you something dumb, but I'll never tell you a lie. Unless I think it's true.
The dude's peace signing the camera.
What the fuck?
Oh, that's crazy.
I know that was so unkind. Unfortunately, sometimes things are bad and also a little bit funny.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
You're just walking down the street, probably going to get coffee, maybe walking home. I don't know.
What do Canadians do when they're in New York? No, I'm just curious.
Say sorry like a lot.
Sorry?
Sorry.
Oh.
I don't mean to make fun of Canadians. I have Canadian friends. They're wonderful people.
They're fine.
They're fine. It's been 6 months since I went to Canada.
I know the Canadian friend that Dean's talking about.
Are they fine?
They're fine.
I've never been to Canada, and I've not that I haven't wanted to. It's just traveling is expensive.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. It takes almost the same amount of time to get to Canada as it does to get to Oregon for me. So,
I mean, yeah, you're not that far from BC. That makes sense.
You're
yeah, that
from
tracks.
DC?
BC, British Columbia.
Oh, I was like, that's nowhere near
wrong, too.
Oregon.
Wrong Washington.
The fact we have two Washingtons was a choice.
I always think it's fun that half of the country calls DC just Washington, and I'm like, that's not its name.
Well, DC isn't its name either.
Also true.
I
It's
know.
Washington,
I guess it's kind
DC.
of yeah.
Real quick, let's go ahead and get into this before we go on a tirade that I will probably also join in on. Jeff, could you give us a recap from the last episode that we had back in?
Gosh, I'd love to. If I had known that was a thing I was going to be called upon to do.
Right, fair enough.
Did we play something different last time? We did.
We did.
Yeah.
We played Not Shrek last time.
I played Portmanteau, so let me scroll back a little further.
That was a fun one.
Universal.
Dean, you did a really good job. That was a fun one.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Let me know if this is the most recent. Gary thinks of a good safe house from his childhood.
Okay.
It's an old homestead turned into a warehouse. They used to bring in flowers there.
Yeah.
Now it's just dried and rotted flowers plus crates and a chair. Shrek didn't have a name until Donkey asked for it.
Yeah, that's my theory about the Shrek movie.
That
he made up his own name right there because they don't say it before then. And Donkey goes, "What's your name?" And he goes, Shrek.
He has a name. That's just not it. It's
That's how I got the idea for the Shrek campaign. All comes together.
So anyway. Gary's childhood criminal colleagues were mainly insurance scammers. Az gets a hot dog and manages to defend the delivery guy from their treacherous front steps.
Yeah.
Gary meets Blaster Cap and agrees to join the smuggling ring. Surprise! They already have a magical crown worth 40,000 ducats. Guy wants muscle, charisma, and quick hands. We had a little motivation recap. We're looking for the shield due to the contract with the church. We're also interested in the missing sword. So the team brings in a guard's corpse and hides it under some stuff. They strip it of loot. Susie Ann goes up to the roof to do some recon. They put together a map with Gary's old town knowledge and Susie's roof scan. Susie goes back to Peepin'. A crowd is roaring angrily on the east side of town. The crew goes over there sneakily. Susie disguises herself as a sex worker and tries to pump one of the random frickin' goons to come out with her for a date. It doesn't work out, so she steps up and invites him to her house later. Gary gives the guy a come talk to me motion. Susie Ann pushes it up a notch. She convinces him to tell all his friends that she'll be getting it on in her house later. The crew set up a couple traps and laid in wait. A customer arrived, and Susie got him liquored up and tied to a chair. She gets him all worked up and steps back into the shadows. And then Gary was getting super horned up, but he kept his cool. Susie gave the signal, and the trap went off. Guy gets stunned and netted. Susie Ann holds her blade to his throat and said, "Shh, listen close and answer my friend's questions."
That's awesome.
That's all I've got.
I forgot that we put a guy in a sex trap last time.
We did fully question him and then did some stuff after that as well. Let me see if I have anything.
We let him go. I know we let him go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you offered to allow him to turn heel. I made a joke about him not understanding metaphors, but did know similes. So that was probably my favorite joke, to be honest.
That was a good one. That was really good.
And then you all like scouted the Spark and Ivy, which is the bar where the gang tends to hang out at.
Yeah.
Also, you did not when you were speaking to the gentleman, you asked about Blaster Cap, and his response was like, no one's seen him in like 2 weeks. He started like talking to himself before eventually just like being very loud and belligerent and then disappearing into the mines.
Okay.
And you all, like I said, like I rewatched the episode today to remind myself, and you all were like outside. You scouted the bar, and you saw that basically your uncle is being used as like the town punching bag, literally.
Yeah.
And then eventually you met up with your sister-in-law.
Yes, I remember this. Yeah.
We're in the basement.
She was helpful. She was very good.
What did I name her? Hold on, thought. I thought I wrote it.
And my brother and his kids are not there.
Yeah, Darla. It's Darla.
Darla.
So yeah, Darla like took you all in and just kind of like resting until the next day to figure out what the plan is.
Oh, like long resting?
Yeah, it's like a long rest.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me just go ahead and take one of those. Awesome.
I think when you level up, it assumes, right?
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, when I looked at my sheet before, I had one of my adept marksman's checked off. So I took a shot at somebody at some point.
I believe he used it in the beginning, like shooting a weapon out of a goon's hand, like when you first arrived.
I did do that, yeah.
Another RFG. But yeah, that's more or less the recap. But like at the moment, you know of 3 things that might want to be addressed. Obviously, Blaster Cap is the primary because he's got the whole shield situation going on. Your uncle, who is being held captive as a scapegoat. And the third thing is obviously take down the shield around the town. So
yeah,
3 things of interest, depending on how you all want to go about completing it. I, of course,
Well,
have story.
narratively, I can see a dungeon master wanting to hold off on turning off the shield to increase the level of like tension. So we can put that one off.
Okay.
Should we try to save
Oh.
Blaster Cap and Uncle simultaneously, or do Uncle first, then Blaster?
My thought on that is, I think that me trying to get my uncle out of that bar is not a good idea. So I feel like we could do these things simultaneously if we split off, and I could go look for Blaster Cap in the mine.
And yeah, I agree. Human life and saving people is way above getting the shield handled. So absolutely. Plus, they might know something that could help.
Also, I said this last session, and I'm going to say it again. I regret to inform you that I have given you dynamite, Tess.
Yeah, I know.
You didn't have to remind. Oh, she knew. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm glad you reminded me. Otherwise, I would have to look in my inventory. But like, I remember you saying, I regret doing this. But yeah, you did find dynamite.
Yeah.
And I said, fantastic.
And Gary has a truth serum.
I do.
Yeah, I rewatched the last session,
Yeah,
so
I got 3 sticks.
but I like continuity as best you can in a show like this. It only like airs every other week, so
Not only do
I
I
feel like
have a
you
truth
reminded
serum,
me. Mm-hmm.
I have a water skin full of magic water that makes you remember your trauma.
also true.
Now, if we just had a like kind of cord so that you could share screens with them when they saw the trauma after you gave them a truth, but that's yeah,
a trauma LAN party.
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That would
Oh,
be
yeah.
lovely. No, Dean, I feel
Would
like
it
you just
make more
reminded me of the
sense?
dynamite, so I would use it sooner rather than later. And the longer I have it, the more you're gonna be like, and there's dynamite.
Yeah.
Would it make more sense to all go rescue Blaster Cap in case he has good intel on what's going on where the uncle's being held? Or is it like the uncle could die at any time, so we should intervene there?
Are you
Yeah,
wanting...
are we
No,
are
go
we
ahead.
thinking that that your uncle would be in danger if Blaster Cap was taken, or is he being kept alive either way?
I think he's being kept alive as a scapegoat. And because like from what I understand, the public like flogging that he's receiving is a daily
Yeah, that
occurrence.
wasn't good. Okay.
But
Okay,
it's
but
not
like
like he's in danger of being executed the next morning. Like we could go
yeah,
rescue Blaster Cap and then come back for Uncle.
We could, yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay. We're gonna cut back just a bit further to the night in which Gary is leaving town after being persuaded by Blaster Cap to leave at threat of his brother's death.
Mm-hmm.
It's just to like set up like any decisions, excuse me. As you're about to get onto the train, you're recalling this in your sleep or whatever. As you're about to step on the train, you hear people coming down the hill with a steed of I can't speak tonight. Holy crap. Excuse me, everyone. I'm so sorry.
you're doing great.
Rolling over the hill on a group of horses. I'm sure there's a word pack of horses. I'm forgetting the word. With a group of horses. A family of horses. Are some of Blaster Cap's men, and they're hooting and hollering as they're coming towards you. You could tell from this that they do not mean well.
That they're coming towards me?
Yeah.
Even though I'm leaving?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, am I like getting onto a train? Like, how am I leaving?
You're about to you're on the train platform currently.
Okay.
As the train is pulling up, as the train is pulling up, you see them coming. Excuse me.
Okay. I guess that I'm going to board the train like normal. and try to avoid them.
All
Tickets,
right.
please. Nope. This is the strange car. You want the normal car.
Sorry,
Oh.
this is the Infinity car. You want to go with the normal car?
Where's the normal car?
Third.
What does my character sound like? Where's the normal car?
There we go.
Yeah. So like as you're getting in, as trains do, it has to stop and like get water to cool the engine and like stock up on coal.
Yeah.
So they're gonna arrive onto the platform as you're inside the train.
Okay. I am going to hide in the train bathroom.
That's how you do it. That's how you
Yep.
do it.
Okay.
Fair evasion, baby.
Yeah.
All right.
I've taken NJ Transit.
I immediately did have a fight scene planned out, but I have no problem with this either. So after a while, whenever the train gets ready to leave, they're gonna like get off the train. And yeah, you managed to escape. You solved my gang of ruffians puzzle.
All right. I did it.
I see a puzzle and I say, I'm not interacting with that.
I thought the puzzle was escape with your life. So I think I did a good job.
Oh, you did it.
Yeah.
Also, new camera makes my eyes like really blue. Sorry, I was just like, anyway.
Also, a group of horses is a band of horses, like
No,
the band
horses.
name.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Cool. No moral horses.
Yep.
All right, so we're gonna flash the present. This is you wake up in the morning. You just had like that dream, a recollection of your last day here. And as you are all in the basement hiding, the like cellar door, so to speak, is open, and you can smell food.
Okay.
Like not trail rations food, like food.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think I put it in continuity that there's a bunch of food down here, so that was just to explain why she doesn't care about housing 6 people, like 5 people,
Okay.
3 people, whatever.
So you're saying our host is hoarding food during a crisis?
Yeah, it's not that she's kind of heart, it's that she's a doomsday prepper. I think, yeah, we actually used the phrase doomsday prep. Or maybe I did.
Somebody
did.
Yeah.
Look. She's got so much dehydrated ice cream. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Plenty of dehydrated water. So
yeah, we're popping those pills.
It's just fluoride.
It's just fluoride. Crazy.
Fluoride pills. By the way, great name of bad fluoride pill. So yeah, you smell the smell of food, which you've not had like a proper meal in a few weeks. Yeah, weeks. It must have been trail rations. So yeah, you're like I said, you're currently in the basement.
All right. Well, let's go eat some food, I think.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Yeah, let's go.
As Darla's serving you all food, it's like, so what's the plan? Yeah. You 3 are uncle's in a rather precarious position, and I mean it's only a matter of time before this town just kind of cannibalizes itself up with the barrier and all.
Well, I think that we had a few leads here on a few different things. I was thinking about going. Somebody is revving such a loud car outside. Excuse me? I'm trying to do a show.
This is a very important show, guys.
You guys hear that, right?
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Fine, then. I'll just ignore it. So, I'm thinking that I was going to chase after... oh, God. My uncle's name is Powder Keg. What's the other guy's name? It's like...
Blaster Cap.
Blaster Cap. They're so close to the same thing that every time I'm like, am I saying the right one? I'm thinking that I should go find Blaster Cap, who wandered off into the mines, and maybe these two could take a look after getting my uncle away from the mob, so to speak. But I'm open to ideas.
Well, I was thinking we should probably stick together, because chances are they aren't going to kill your uncle, like, straight away.
That's fair, but I'm just worried about being seen is all.
Plus, you gotta remember that song. You don't split the party,
Oh yeah, that old tune.
That famous tune.
Sorry, go ahead.
So yeah, I'm thinking we eat a lot of food, drink some coffee, and then head down into the underside of this mountain to find us some Blaster Cap. What do you say?
I say that sounds like a plan to me.
Let's do this.
And he might be able to help us make a map of the interior of the lair, or some, and maybe know some code phrases or hand signs.
Something to get us some intel that we need.
Absolutely.
All right. I wish you all the best of luck. If y'all need anything, I will be here. On account of most because of the curfew in effect, but I'm also here if y'all need it. Do you know where I'm curious, do you know where Blaster Cap is in the mines?
Well, for the sake of protecting you in case he comes and threatens you, we shouldn't tell you exactly where we're going.
Oh no, I meant like in general. Do you know where he is in the like? I'm not asking for answers, but like for proximity.
Do we have enough intel to get in? Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Venn.
Well, I just know that he wandered in there.
Gary, the mines have been going still since you left, so that means it's just gotten bigger.
No, I know. But I mean, he's kind of a person of interest. If he's down there, we're going to find out about it one way or another from somebody.
That's fair enough. All right.
Yeah, we're literally just planning to go into the mine and hope we come across some sign of him, I guess.
Yeah.
But we're experienced investigators, so you don't have to worry about us. If the guy does come with the thumb screws or whatever, just admit and say that we were going to the inn to rescue your uncle. But make it look convincing. Yeah. Don't give it away right away.
Right. I'll admit I've never been under torture, so I'm not sure how well I will do under pressure, but I will certainly try.
You seem like a very strong woman. I'm sure you do great under pressure.
Yeah, try to protect your hands and that pretty face of yours.
Well, thank you, darling. You got a pretty face yourself.
Oh, that's
sweet. In this show, women support women.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, I love this cooking, these victuals. Happy to help wash up or sweep around or some chore before we get out of here.
Oh no, I got it. Mostly because like this whole thing seems like precedence. I'll do the cleaning.
Yeah, we got like a whole show to do.
Yeah,
when we come back through afterwards, though.
Yeah.
Although the DM has kind of contemplated the concept of giving me a push broom roll.
A fun little chore to do.
Roll Constitution against dust. Oh, you're sneezing.
Someone's got the hay fever. All right. So we're gonna yada yada some of this, and let's just say you're outside. Well, you're at the exit of Darla's house. Where are you all? Like, what's the first place you're gonna go before we do anything?
We got to go to the mine.
Yeah.
Do we need to pick up anything before we head to the mine, or are we good to go?
Well, I'm sure there's some kind of like outpost or something that has like mining supplies, gear, like that kind of thing.
That's fair. Yeah, I was thinking mining supplies and also just making sure that you've got enough ammo right now. 'Cause
Ah,
I don't remember if you used any.
I did definitely use one. Hang
I
on.
I will say, in fairness, the way I described it is I don't really care about ammo as long as you're not doing like a ridiculous amount of shots.
That's fair. All
Uh,
right.
Okay.
Gotcha.
the
Mass
except
Effect rules.
I
yeah,
remember to myself that ammo doesn't seem important right now. And
yeah. No, if you get a specialized bolt of some kind, that's different. But like just generic,
yeah,
I don't care. Like,
we've got them. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Then yes, I have enough.
So yeah, skip ahead to us skulking through the mine.
Right. You'll be at the entrance of the mine. It's on the edge of town. Luckily, you don't have to worry about like hiding so much here because the town basically has given up on this area. As you can tell when you walk up, you do recall. I mean, I didn't say that when you guys arrived, but I'm saying it now. There is like mining equipment at the barrier, like it was being used to try and like dig their way out.
Mhm.
That's so like there's like plenty of mining equipment out towards that barrier.
Yeah.
Which means that they probably
Like
gave
like
up.
there's probably a cut where they got to the barrier underground or whatever.
Yeah, like as you like look down, they tried digging into it, and you just see like a divot going down, and they just see like barrier into the divot.
Mm-hmm.
And then like busted pickaxes, which you could probably tell that they tried using on the barrier.
Are there any signs of anyone passing through recently?
A group of 3 people recently came in.
Besides
Now,
us, somebody going in the other way.
respectfully, I'm the hunter of the group, so I should probably get a roll on this. A little survival check, maybe.
Yeah,
Then
go
you
ahead.
go for it.
Yeah, give me a survival check.
And is this person a human or an orc?
Uh, it's Boots, so I'm going to say you wouldn't know.
Probably a cat.
Yeah, Boots the cat.
Oh, I
Okay.
meant Puss in Boots, but that too.
Yeah. No, that's for the Happily Ever After campaign.
Boots is the monkey from Dora,
right.
actually. So not a cat.
Also, where's Boots though?
There are cats named Boots because they
It
got
could
the
be a
white paws.
monkey.
Wait, don't they have a monkey species in D&D now?
Probably.
Why not? Fuck it.
Like they
So I
bought
have
in.
advantage against humanoids. So I got a 13.
Okay.
If they're wearing boots, they're humanoid. Sorry, continue.
You will see apeling apparently. You will see what looks like about 3 or 4 weeks old, roughly. So like really hard to see. You will see another set of boot prints that was walking into town from the barrier.
Hell yeah. Is there any sort of side passage that Blastercap could have gone down? Or is it like he's obviously beyond the barrier?
There are plenty of side passages through here. This is just the passage on how you all got here, basically. I'm just using this as like a reference point. So
Okay.
there are side passages you can go down.
Okay. Here's where we should split up and
Mm-hmm.
cover more ground.
Nothing better than splitting the party. Let's go.
All right, meet back here in 10 minutes.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
And if we get cut off, we'll wait at the rendezvous point for 10 minutes, and then we'll start looking for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what's the plan?
I think we're all just taking different pathways.
And walking
Okay.
5 minutes in that direction, seeing if we find anything. Because we gotta have 5 minutes to come back.
Oh, I think we should go for 10 minutes.
and then return. So we'll meet back in 20.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Math.
Meet
Am I
back in
right?
20.
Okay.
All right.
Jeff,
Then we'll go 10 minutes in each direction.
as you're walking down your path, you start noticing strange scrapings on the wall. As you go forward, you start seeing more what looks like indents in the wall, like something forcibly moved through like kinetic force. Chunks of the rock wall here in this section of the cave.
Does this look like regular activity, or is this like weird angles and like irregular?
Weird angles and irregular, so it's not like a pickaxe, it's not like a mining tool, it's just like something moved that section of the rock wall but with force. So like there's gravel on the ground and everything as well.
When you say moved it, do you mean just like crashed into it, or is it like a door that moves?
Crashed into it.
Okay. I'll head back to the rendezvous point to let him know.
All right. Eventually, I will just say, because I rolled to see who might come across this, and that was Jeff. After about 20 minutes, you all will appear back at the entrance.
Anybody find anything?
Nope.
For me.
Okay, I found something interesting. Let's head that way. And
All
go
right.
back to that spot. And we could all investigate these marks, see if we can't learn something.
Mm-hmm.
Right. As you proceed forward and investigate, if anyone wants to give me an investigation roll, you can.
I got a 4.
Got a
See how Gary
17.
does.
I got a
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
Tess and Gary and Venn. You, through your investigation roll, you basically see the same thing that I have already described, but as you proceed further down the tunnel, further than where Susie Ann went, you start seeing it more and more to the point where the ground is basically just rubble. And the walls have expanded out past what the tunnel should be. Like you can clearly tell, like, normal tunnel and then just widens out a bit. And I lost my train of thought for like a second. 1 second. It opened up. Sorry. And the wall, I remember what it is now. The walls around this area are starting to look a bit unstable.
Okay.
Specifically, like some of the support beams have been splintered. Some of the walls are, like Gary would know, the walls in this place are too wide for the support system that's currently here. So it's like a very unstable area right now as far as the tunnel is concerned.
All right, so I I can just say it out loud. Be careful. And things are a little unstable in this part of the tunnel. I was gonna just motion to
nuts.
you, but we're not hiding.
It's not looking great.
Are these marks evidence of some kind of giant creature?
Would I know that?
You would not know it's a giant creature. I will say that you can probably guess that something is forcibly moving this, though.
Okay. Can I do like any kind of like history check or something to see if like I know of like anything like this happening before to get like
Yeah,
a better idea?
yeah. Go ahead and give me a history check.
Oh, well, I guess I don't know about it because that's 3.
Okay,
I've never heard of this. This is crazy.
weird shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not used to mining, but I am a rock gnome, so I've spent some time underground. Is there any way I would possibly know of anything that could be found down here?
Yeah. Give me. Are you wanting to learn if it's historical, supernatural, or something in nature.
I'm trying to see if I have any knowledge of it. So I guess it would be nature based to see if there's anything that I know that would be down here.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me a nature roll then.
Okay. It's not smiling because it's good. I'm just smiling in general. It's an 11.
There are a few species that tend to exist in tight spaces like this. You come across like the Galabdur, which is a type of like rock person. They are often just like pretend to be rocks. There are bullets, also known sometimes known as land sharks. The tunnel, you could probably guess though through that the tunnel might be a little too small for the land shark because they tend to be about the size of a full minivan. And bats, but you could probably guess that they're not doing that.
Okay. Based on my knowledge of the Galadur, would it be likely? Or am I just kind of running through everything I know that might be here, regardless of how likely it is?
It is unlikely, based off your information, how Galdur would be able to do this level of destruction.
That is fair. Okay, so guys, I got nothing unless it's a bat, but I think it's probably not a bat.
Oh no, I think it's a bat.
It could be a lot of bats.
Yeah. I
I
think you're
appreciate
right.
you being supportive of my ideas.
They'd have to have like blades on their wings or
Yeah, blade bats.
acid or something.
Acid bats.
Now I'm just thinking about
I
bat
think
blades.
we're looking at magic here.
No, probably.
Gary.
I'm gonna go right down. I'm gonna go make a carrot, not carrot. I'm gonna make a stat block for blade bats. Give me like 1 second.
Okay.
Yes. Is there any sign
Yeah.
of blade strikes anywhere? I'm thinking about the missing magic sword.
You do not see anything that looks like blade strikes.
Okay. So, I all in favor of just continuing onward, seeing where
Yeah.
this leads.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, if you don't mind, I'd like to stealth on ahead about 50 feet.
Oh, yeah, that sounds great.
Can y'all do a magic light or a torch?
So does anyone have a torch? Did anyone take a torch in the beginning of the campaign?
Hang on.
I have a torch. I have a few
great.
torches.
Yeah,
So
I have
yeah, you want one?
adventuring kit.
But if
Yep.
memory recalls right, the only one who needs it is Az, because you two have dark vision.
I don't see
Right.
well in dark.
I know we hold hands.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah, it
hold
looks like
Venn's hand.
It looks like you have a bullseye lantern. That should work just fine.
Yeah.
So I'll
He
have
knows
a
about that.
few-
He just likes this way better.
I'll have a few bird calls for like wait, come forward, run, come
Okay.
to me.
And so-
Animal calls,
And so,
yeah,
just
absolutely.
remind me what those sound like real quick, so that I know.
All right, there's is everything's fine.
Okay, that's what this too.
Is I'm dealing with a thing, but hold back.
Okay.
3 is
All right.
and that is come help me because I'm in
Mhm.
danger. And 4 is just and that's get the hell out of here.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there one for if you find like a Subway or an Arby's or like another like fast food joint just in the tunnel?
Oh yeah, I'll go yum.
Okay, cool.
So what was again?
That was get the hell out, I think.
No, three calls is come help me because I'm in danger.
Yeah, so what's 4?
And 4 is save yourselves, get out,
Okay.
run like hell.
All right, I think we're ready.
Okay.
It takes after about 10 minutes of walking down this path, the pathway gets rockier and rockier. It starts going from like gravel to rubble to like genuine like rocks you have to kind of like climb over. The expanse is wide, but it does widen out. But it's like this area is very unstable as far as the support structure goes. As you proceed forward, can I get a perception check from everyone?
Would
I
mine
suppose.
be at a disadvantage because I don't have dark vision?
No, in this case, we're doing sound. That's why. That's
Okay.
That's not good.
That's a
That's
7 for me.
21.
And you set a perception?
Yep.
14.
Okay.
So because you can't see, your hearing is better.
That's how it goes.
Excuse me, Gary. As you're proceeding forward, like Susie will not hear it at first. I think Susie's just kind of in the zone. But eventually you start hearing the sounds of someone speaking in the distance. It's very manic, almost distressed.
Okay. Is it a voice I recognize?
Not from this distance, you're not sure yet.
Okay. I I go ah ah ah.
Oh, okay. I'll double back.
Cool.
Also, hello, Crenage in chat.
Hi,
Hi,
Greenwich.
Greenwich.
What's up, Greenwich?
What was it you heard? I'm so sorry. I was
I
seeing
heard
that Greenwich message.
I heard strange rambling in the distance of a madman, a lunatic. I heard strange rambling in the distance of a madman, a lunatic.
Oh, that's wild. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I got good ears.
I guess you do. More surface area, maybe.
Yeah, I'm big.
I'm assuming you're going to proceed forward, just kind of like explain something's going on. Correct me if
Yeah,
I'm wrong.
I wanted to alert Susie so that she knows to be on the lookout.
All right.
Okay.
As you proceed further down, eventually you will come across what looks like an antechamber. Talking specifically to Susie because you'll be the first to see this since you're scouting.
And that's like the opposite of a chamber?
That is the opposite of a chamber, yes.
Okay.
Antechamber. Also, hello, Mad King in chat.
Hi, King.
Hi,
It's
Mad King.
actually more of a lobby. It's anti with a E, so it's like a
so
room.
it's like you're putting your bet up.
Yes,
It's
exactly
antechamber, like the
that.
Taylor Swift song. Yeah.
Right.
It's like just a little entry. It's a little wider than a normal door. You know?
Tess, I'm glad you made the Taylor Swift reference because that really, I really know what you meant by it and understood it. So.
Oh, I said it earlier, but quieter, and then I said it's a bad joke, and I'm going to say it a second time. Actually,
there are no bad jokes. There's only jokes.
Only
for
bad people, and that's me.
No, I'm a bad person for putting down your Taylor Swift joke.
It wasn't a good one. You were right to. I knew no one would get it, and I persevered.
I'm just being a hater.
Nevertheless, I persisted. Sorry, continue.
All right, I'm peeking in the antechamber.
It is dark in here. So like the effects I would have wanted to do don't really work, but you see standing in the middle of the room under a beam of light coming from the ceiling is somebody like hunched over and it's like yelling like at themselves.
A madman.
And they're just like yelling, "Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up."
In there.
Okay, I'll double back and I'll be like, psst, 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 psst. Hey, Gary, I think that's your uncle, but he's kind of off his lid. We might want to approach cautiously.
I think my uncle is the one tied up in the bar, and this is the other one.
Ah, crap.
That is accurate. It's okay.
All
Blaster
that,
Cap and Powder Keg are very similar.
Yeah, all that except I said Blaster Cap.
Yeah.
He's like an uncle to you. No, he's not.
No, I
He's
hate that
fully
guy.
not.
Hate that
Yeah.
guy.
You can hate your uncle. That's allowed.
That's true. That's true. I like all mine though.
Yeah, that's right.
You're saying he's right in there?
Yeah, I think we should go in weapons free or, subdual damage basically. And just try
Yeah.
to subdue him.
I think that's wise, probably. Yeah, let's do you want to go first or maybe I should go first and kind of catch him off guard?
Well, I'm worried that he'll try to run. I think it might be best to just overwhelm him.
So from this antechamber, Dean, is there only the one egress?
From where you're coming from, yes, but I will just give this to Susie because she saw the entirety of the antechamber. There are a few other passages leading into here.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Before you guys go in there, because I mean I'm going in with you, but it seems like either of you two is a better choice than me. Can I just take a second, cast bless?
Great idea.
Yep.
Yeah. Dean,
Perfect.
how many openings would you say there are in this antechamber?
My gut instinct is to say 4, but I feel like that's a cliche of something that I do. So let's say
Including the one that we're coming from.
6.
Shit. Okay, that's more. I was hoping you would
That's
go
more,
less.
yeah.
I was hoping that you would like drop it down to 3.
How many feet from the opening, from the entryway, is our friend?
Let's say about 50 feet, about this roughly the center of the antechamber.
That's not enough time to get to him. Shit.
I should stay in frame.
God, what do we do? I wish I had a net.
What's funny is you literally had one last episode.
Like you used it.
Yeah, you used it, and then
did I leave it?
Yeah, you left it at the house that you used to seduce that guy.
Shit.
I've got some rope. Does anybody know how to lasso?
No.
Seems like an oversight in this style game.
Here's a thought, Dean.
What's that?
What do me and Blaster Cap were we at any point practitioners of some sort of religion? And do we know?
So I will say, because I don't want to tell you your character's background, I will say in Blaster Cap's case, he is a follower of Lumira, like the main god of this world, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a follower of Lumira in the same way that a mafia person is a Catholic. They practice, but
I hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got an idea then. And it may be a stupid one.
I love this. So Venn and I will hide to either side of the door.
And
you are gonna clearly do some kind of interaction with him.
I am also going to try to not be seen. Can I do I'm gonna, with your permission, Dean, I would like to roll a performance check to see if I can disguise my voice and make it bounce off of the walls and echo to try and make this guy believe that I am Elmira. Is that it?
Lumira, like
Lumira. I'm thinking Elvira.
The mistress of the dark. Yeah.
So
to make this guy
to be a god.
Yeah, and be like, "Why'd you take my shield?"
I love this idea, except one minor problem.
Mm-hmm.
What if Lumira is real? You tempting fate there.
We deal with that when we get to it. I think that Lumira will understand in this situation that we had a job to do.
Also, if it makes any difference canonically, the church does say that she has turned her back to the world. So she's not like it's not like
She's not going to
a
hit us with lightning bolts.
yeah, it's not a yaoi
I
situation where
mean,
they're
she
always
might, but
watching.
it wouldn't be a religion thing. It would just be personal.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Do
good
we
luck.
have? Do you want me to roll that check, Dean? Is this
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, give me
All right.
you're throwing your voice basically. Give me a performance roll.
Ooh,
You're blessed.
17. Oh, I'm
Yes.
blessed. What do
Oh,
I
yeah,
add to?
D4.
D4.
Yeah, D4. Uh, come on, roll it. We're gonna add 3 to that. Make it just an unnatural 20.
Natural 20.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. All right. So let's go through the scene. What are you saying to this man in the center?
I look over to both of my compatriots and I nod and I just go, Blaster Cap to start.
Yeah.
He just like he goes from like bent over to hand on head, like trying to cover his ears, like looking up. Going, what?
Let my voice dispel those that bind you to your prison.
Who is this? Which one are you?
This is your deity, your god, Lumira.
Uh, so the performance is working. I'm going to give you advantage because it is, but I will need a bluff check. Or not bluff. Deception, excuse me. Sorry.
Deception. Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
I'm good at that. That's good news. You said you're
Hey,
giving me
boss.
an advantage on this?
Yeah.
Thank God. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll take that one. That's a 14 plus 2, 16.
Your deception's a +3.
Yeah, I'm including that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
11.
The 2 was for the bless.
Oh, did you? Okay, what was that total again?
16.
Okay. Demira, the voices.
Yes.
They won't stop. Quiet. Can you please quiet the voices?
What are they saying to you, my child?
It's not. It's like 1,000 voices at one time. It's like being at a circus. It's everyone's talking, having conversations at the same time.
I'll point at you and point into the hallway that we're in, like encourage him to come out this way.
It won't stop, and he starts like banging his head on the ground.
Don't do that. That's so crazy that you're trying to hit your head on the ground. What are you doing, dude?
Very godly of you, Az.
Thank you. You should come. Someone from your past is approaching to help you. Go to him. Meet him in the. I'm just going to call it the third hallway.
Sure.
Go to him in the third hallway.
Gonna like get up, he's stumbling a bit, starts walking towards you.
Also, if you don't hear from me again after this, don't be freaked out by it. This was like a one-time deal.
Okay. He starts walking towards you, and you see Blaster Cab. It's been a while since you've seen him, but he does not look good. So in the past, he's always been kind of a scruffy person, at least somewhat presentable maybe, but scruffy, like rough around the edges.
Mm-hmm.
He, as he walks towards you, he looks exhausted, tired. His facial hair is everywhere. It's unkept. You see the look of his eyes like darting around into the area as he walks towards you. He is like moving erratically as he does so.
I'll step out and make myself known to him.
Now, can we get in behind him before you do that? Or does he not come that far into the hallway?
I think that's up to Dean.
So are you trying to get behind Blaster Cap or behind Gary?
Behind Blaster Cap.
I will need a maybe sure I don't name off the wrong skill again. Stealth check. If you want to get behind him, you'll have to do a stealth check. I will say you will have disadvantage because he seems like he's got a very high he's on high alert basically.
Okay, that's a 14.
That's unkind. I got a 19. Did you add bless? And then I got a 2. But that's plus 4. So that's 6 plus 0, 7. Nope,
Okay, so
that's 6 plus 0 is 6. I said 6 plus 0, 7. And I said, wait a second.
I was doing the mental math on that, and I was like, that doesn't add up.
No, it did not.
I'm
so mad because I got the 19.
Yeah.
Susie, what did you get?
16.
Okay. As he's walking forward, he sees, he like looks over at Venn. Who are you? What are you?
Hello.
Gary?
Hey!
Garrison?
What's up?
He's gonna
Blaster Cap.
He's gonna rush at you at the moment.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Oh, I will take him down.
Is he rushing in with a hug?
His arms are
or
outstretched.
a weapon?
I will
I'm
say
gonna do a shove.
I will say his arms are outstretched as he's running towards Gary.
Is
Oh,
it
you
kind
know
of
what?
more of
I'll outstretch my arms too.
Now the show's in 3D. Sorry.
Initiative checks.
Sorry, Gary.
Yeah, that's initiative.
Okay.
15 for Susie Ann.
Fucking 3.
I could have sworn that with the new level up, I got a +5 to my initiative, but it still only says +2. Sorry.
No, you're good. Let me check. You have the awareness feat, right?
Alert.
Alert, excuse me.
We don't add bless to initiative rolls, right?
No.
It's not an ability score.
Yeah, it says +5 bonus to initiative, but it's not showing up on my character sheet. So it's up to you.
So with alert, you
you add proficiency bonus.
Yeah, you add your proficiency.
So that would be a +2 currently, I think. Okay.
Chair just popped.
Oh my god.
Oh geez.
Got an 8.
It also says immediately after you roll initiative, you can swap your initiative with the initiative of a willing ally in the same combat. You can't make the swap if you or an ally has the incapacitated condition.
Whatever else roll. I think I'm okay where I'm at, but I got an 8.
Could you swap? Oh no, I got better than you.
Yeah, I mean, if you want me to take your initiative, 14. I can, but I feel like you're gonna do more.
I got a 3.
I got a 14.
Okay. Blaster Cap's gonna go first. He rolled pretty high. He's gonna run up to Gary and press his hands on his shoulders and shake him a little. Gary, get it to stop.
Get what to stop? What are you talking about?
The voices.
What are you talking about?
Oh, sorry. That's not his voice. That's not his voice. The voices. Get him to stop. They won't stop talking. I can't sleep. I've been up for weeks.
For weeks?
Okay, I'm gonna take him down from behind.
Yeah, it would be you the next initiative. So what are you just gonna attack him or what are you doing?
I'll do a shove. Try to knock him down.
Okay, right.
I got a 9.
I wish I had something that would just put him to sleep because it sounds like he needs it if he's been up for several weeks.
You go to shove him and he just kind of leans over a little and just ignores your existence. Yeah.
Awkward.
And
Oh, bless.
Yep.
So that'd be an 11.
Yeah, same result.
Okay. So that just took place.
Tess, you're up.
I mean, he's not attacking you, so I am not quite sure. I think part of me wants to cast something, but I also don't want to use all my spells right now if, again, he's not attacking. So would I be able to... I don't just want to knock him out.
That was my thought.
Yeah, can I use like the butt of my hand axe or something to just kind of knock him out for a little while? I think some sleep could help him.
Do some non-lethal damage. Roll to hit.
Sweet. Okay. I felt really smart, and then I rolled a 3.
He's being really frantic, so as you like swing to hit him with it, he's like That's intentionally, fair. But he unintentionally like kind of like moved out of the way as you swing.
My heart's not in it. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. So here's my thought. Can I grapple him to try and hold him still?
I mean, you can certainly attempt to, yeah.
What do I have to do for that?
Athletics.
Athletics, okay. I'm very good at that, so hopefully this will... Yeah, it's going to be a 21.
As you...
yeah.
So, normally, the dice are on your guys' side normally, but tonight, apparently, they're not.
They are not.
Did you roll your bless?
I didn't roll my bless.
Oh, wait, there we go.
I was going to say, but then I was like, 21 is so good, I forgot it was contested.
How about 22?
I'm going to give it to you.
Yes! Yes!
Good looking out, Jeff.
So like as he's shaking you, you go in for a grapple, you've got him grappled currently. And he just starts yelling at the top of his lungs. Not as in a word, just like I'm not gonna scream into my mic. You know.
Knock him out! Knock him out now!
So now I've learned how grapple's supposed to work. It keeps him from running unless he breaks out, but it doesn't give advantage on attacks or anything like that.
I feel like it should, just like based on what it is, but I understand.
But now I'm like,
that I'm not in charge of the rules.
He can't like weasel his way away, you know, like.
Yeah.
You will have advantage. I was just checking the prone.
Oh yeah, I guess he is prone if
he's not prone yet because we haven't taken him to the ground.
Oh, you just kind of grabbed his arms and put him behind him?
Well, he had his hands on my shoulders, so my thought was like I'm just doing the exact same thing to him and trying to hold him still.
Okay, so yeah, he's not prone, he's just grappled.
Yeah.
Grappled.
On my next turn, I'll try to get him prone.
All right. Okay, here it is. The condition is that the grappler is incapacitated. The condition also ends if the effect removes the grappled creature from reach with the grappler or grappling effect, such as a creature was hurled away through the thunder wave. Anyway, creature becomes speed, and it can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. So that's what grappling does mechanically. So yeah, that was as his turn, so the round would restart. In this case, it is going to be
Wait. Does Az get 2 attacks at 4th level, or is that not till 5th?
That's like
I could do an action surge.
Yeah, you could do an action surge.
Level,
yeah, you don't have an action. You don't have the extra attack yet.
Okay, I'll do an action surge. Fuck it. I'll
shove, knock him prone.
Yeah, you know what? I'll try and tackle him to the ground.
All right. Athletics.
Whip the legs.
Whew! Nat 20 plus 7, 27.
Damn.
That's without the bless.
All right.
Without the bless, you're right.
Party wants to see if you could roll a 30.
Hey, you know what? I'll do it real quick. Hang on.
Please.
29.
Ah. All right. Yeah, so now I would say he's now prone and grappled. He's currently on the ground and he's grappled by Gary.
Mm-hmm.
The round will reset back to Blaster Cap's turn.
And he'll have disadvantage on his attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Gary, give me a specifically. I want you to give me a strength check.
Okay. 21.
All right. You managed to hold on. As he starts yelling, you start noticing what looks like golden light rippling off the side of his body. Like almost an aura, and as it does so, it builds up and just like explodes outwards. I will actually need dexterity saving throws from both Tess and Jeff.
Not from me, though. Okay.
No, not from you.
Cool. That's awesome.
Ooh. I got 21.
All right.
Ooh, with my bonus of +0, we got a 17.
Okay. As the eruption happens, Gary, you manage to hold on, hold on to him as it happens. You felt the rush of something just like pushing you, basically. Susie Ann managed to dodge out of this way as the this like golden aura expands out like a sphere around him. Unfortunately, Venn did not succeed. Venn, you are taking 6 damage and are launched back 20 feet.
Holy shit.
I'm closer to the ground. Does that help at all?
I mean, it's not falling damage.
You get there faster.
Yeah.
Fair point. All right. You said 20 feet?
Yeah.
All right.
And he goes from where he was to yelling even louder. As more of the like golden light starts like circulating, like coming off of him in an aura, and sparking a bit here and there. But that will be his turn, which means that is now Susie Ann's.
Yeah, I'm trying to. There's not really a good mechanic for overpowering him and holding him other than just a double grapple, which would keep him from being able to attack, but I don't know if it keeps him from being able to escape.
Or being able to expel energy.
I mean, he'd still be able to do that. I guess I'll just punch him. I'll use the butt of my hand axe to bonk him one.
All right.
Ooh, that's a 19 plus. Oh wait, these numbers are wrong. It's dex-based weapon. So D6. 6 minus 1 is 5. And my sickle is 10. Oh,
Yeah.
plus bless. 14.
Okay, so did you dual attack? Is that what I'm hearing? Or is that...
Yeah, with my bonus action, I'm hitting him with my sickle. So that does D4 minus 1. 3 damage.
As you make contact with both weapons on him, you notice that it, like when it slams into him, it's like hitting the wall, or hitting the barrier around the town.
Oh no.
Like, as I remember, like the first time you all arrived here, like you were touching from the inside, touching the barrier.
Yeah.
It was like touching that. It's like hitting that right now.
Is this something that
He
we
is
all
beloved.
notice? Oh, go ahead.
He is beloved of Lumara and cannot be hurt.
Well, what do we do about that?
I don't know.
Is he still screaming?
Yes. And it's gonna go from like instead of just like a long scream to like yeah, like it's like sectioned off.
Yeah. Hey, Blaster Cap, you wouldn't happen to have a special holy shield on you, would you?
Give me a persuasion check because he's currently like in attack mode basically.
Yeah. Hey, guess what? Another nat 20.
There we go. The shield, it went in me.
What?
The shield went in me.
What? How do you mean?
It's in my chest.
Okay, so how did that happen?
And he just like winces.
Exasperated.
He like winces over, like, stop yelling. All of you, stop yelling.
Oh, sir, I think we came just in time. We bring the blessing of Lumira and seek to work with you to do the work of the gods. I'm giving the others a look like I'm struggling here.
Yeah. We got Lumira spoke to us and told us to come down this tunnel to meet you.
Whoever's taking the lead on this, I will need to get say deception. I guess with advantage.
I got a +3 if you want me to take the lead.
Oh, please do. And don't
right.
forget your bless.
Yes, so that is that. We'll roll this. That's going to be an 18 total.
Please, please, ask her to stop. Ask her to stop it.
I mean, yeah, we'll definitely. Hey, Lumira, you gotta stop this. Did that work?
No.
Okay, so then if that didn't work, you should probably tell us how the shield got in you so we can get it out.
Get. I would say it's probably his turn in initiative. Actually, no, Tess hasn't gone yet because initiative jumped. So I apologize, Tess, if you want to go ahead and do something on your turn.
I'll just keep going on that train where I'm like, if you just let us know how the shield got in there, maybe we can handle that. And once that's out of there, then the voices should stop. All we want to do is make these voices stop. We're with you on that.
All right.
That sounded truthful.
It was truthful because we want the shield and we want the voices to stop because it's making this fight even more difficult. I feel like he would stop fighting us. That was all true.
I will need a strength check from Gary again.
Okay.
Susie Ann, I will need a dexterity saving throw. And as far as I know, Venn has not moved from the 20 feet. So, like, Venn, you're fine.
No, I'm kind of calling like this.
Yeah.
I got a total of 28 on that strength check.
Yeah.
Fork.
Including my full bless.
Oh, nice.
Rolled a 4 out of 4 on that one.
We love to see it.
Yeah.
I rolled a nat 2 and I got a
on my
+4.
dex save.
Not this time, though, to make that clear.
I'm rolling pretty good today. The dice is the D&D Beyond built-in dice doing pretty good for me today.
I'm rolling fine on this one. I'm deciding whether or not I want to try to switch it up.
Susie Ann, you will take 3 points of damage and are knocked back 5 feet. As another like burst of light just erupts from him. Gary, you're fine. You managed to hold it again.
Yeah. Does he say anything else?
Oh, did Venn get a persuasion roll?
I was training it as a part of Gary, since Gary was doing the. Yeah, it was just
Gotcha.
like a group effort. That's why it was.
That's fair.
I mean, if you want to do something else, Tess, we can sanction it off. I was just like adding to what was going on in the scene.
No, that makes sense to me. I mean, if I were to roll persuasion, I would have gotten a 20, but I was just rolling for funsies in this moment. But so yeah, it's just a part of the group persuasion.
Okay.
You know, my turn in initiative, gotta do something.
He's just gonna be yelling, "Stop! Stop! 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 Stop!" Like he's.
What if one of us took the shield from you?
Real quick.
To serve as the goddess's avatar.
What does that do?
I was gonna say you could probably. He's just yelling at the moment. You gotta speak up in game. Or something. He's physically like at the top of his lungs yelling stop.
I'm gonna rip open his shirt or unbutton it, whatever, and try to see what he's working with.
Embedded into his chest is a kite shield, basically, or tiered. Yeah, it would be like a type of kite shield. It's buried into chest. It's golden laid, and it's like fused into the skin.
Does it look
it's
nasty?
got to be like shrunk to fit, right? It's not.
I mean, he's a Goliath, so no, it's proportioned to his body.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
I'll see if I can like trance to it like a Vulcan. See if I can commune with it in some way.
As real quick before I address that, as you said you were doing something.
No, I didn't. I was just asking, or I guess saying that's nasty.
Oh, okay.
Nasty.
Yeah, I think the moment I see that, Gary kind of goes, ooh.
Real quick, let's take a quick 5-minute break. We'll address what's about to happen.
Okay.
So we'll be right back, everyone. We're just gonna take a quick break.
Sounds good. also don't have a car.
You
So I
lived in
think
Las
maybe
Vegas?
that's not true. Yeah, I grew up in Las Vegas.
I didn't know this.
Vegas.
Yep, from the time I was born until I went to college.
And no
Yeah, it was a
gambling
good spot.
addiction.
Haven't been back since I turned 18, but I do love rolling dice. Ayo.
Oh.
Playing D&D, it's fun.
Yeah. It's fun. We're having fun. We're having a good time here, folks.
Well, and then also we played that one shot that was card based.
Oh yeah.
And that also, as you remember, I had like 8 or 9 decks of cards because I grew up in Vegas. So I couldn't do anything that's usual Las Vegas themed, but I could bother drunk people. And also on like Billboard Music Awards weekend, we would just go hang out at the strip and meet celebrities and see fun things happening.
Yeah.
We heckled Drake Bell.
As you should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is he doing at the Billboard? Yeah, that's not relevant. Sorry.
He was one of the announcers, so he was there, and I remember that one specifically because that was the day either before or after prom. So my friends and I went to prom, and then I think the next morning got up at 5 a.m. to go, see celebrities at the strip. It was fun.
Also,
It was a good
Drake
time.
Bell is a musician. He does have a reason to be there.
Drake Bell's a
Yeah.
musician.
Yeah.
Yep.
Learn something new every
More
day.
so than he's an actor at this point.
I mean, I've not been keeping up with him, to be honest. So like, this is news to me.
The
He's
Drake
not the
and
guy
Josh
as
theme
is.
song is his
That's
band.
him. I was just
Oh.
about to say that's all him.
Yeah.
Huh.
That
All right, then.
weekend, I talked extensively with one of Iggy Azalea's background dancers.
Hmm.
And then I met 5 Seconds of Summer, and yeah, I
Five
heckled Drake
Sauce?
Bell. Oh yeah, we worked hard on
Wow.
that. Actually, I was part of a group that was kind of known in the city for being Five Sauce fans because we gave them a backpack that Michael wore for like 3 years.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah,
You want to know a fun Drake Bell fact, actually?
I do.
Not only is it his band on the Drake and Josh theme song, it's his band featuring Miranda Cosgrove on the iCarly theme song.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He is if you listen closely, he is
You can
singing
hear it,
backup on the
yeah.
iCarly theme.
I don't have to tell me twice.
Yeah.
I know too much Drake Bell lore.
iCarly theme was my top track on Spotify Wrapped like 3 years ago, actually. And I looked at it and I said, how did this get here? And I had like a flashback to all the times I had listened to the iCarly theme that year.
Look, I know you see someday the world will change. Look, that's Drake.
And be so
Nope,
wonderful.
That's Drake and Josh. That's yep.
No, that is iCarly.
Yeah?
Yeah, live life, breathe air. I know somehow we're gonna get there. And feel so wonderful.
Yeah, I guess that is Miranda singing, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm telling you just how I feel. Look, okay.
Why did she have to say, wake up the members of my nation?
She said, Cosgrove Hive, stand up.
Yeah. Yeah. She was like, she was trying to like incite some political drama there.
Absolutely, 100%.
She was trying to January
That's exactly
6th.
what it was. I'm desperately looking up the date that iCarly came out.
Well, before January 6th, you're fine.
I mean, yeah, there's only
Cosgrove
5
Nation
days before it.
Maybe
September 8th.
Cosgrove Nation isn't like a bellicose force like the American government, you know? Maybe
Yeah.
it's kind of friendly.
Yeah.
Like
Because she does
Switzerland.
follow up with "Wake up the members of my nation" with "It's your
It's
time
your
to
time
be."
to be.
Yeah.
Time to be.
Oh yeah, that's pretty non-violent. Just
Yeah.
being.
There's no
Yeah,
there's no
it's saying
chance
it's safe
unless you
now.
take one.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Shows you how much Nickelodeon 2010s era shows I was watching, because I had like they're like a third of what you say.
2007. It came out in 2007. September
Yeah.
8th.
Dean, can I
looked-
tell you something unfortunate, dude? iCarly, every episode's a banger. You gotta watch this show.
The One Direction episode.
There's a
Full of
there's a
butter.
Michelle Obama episode.
I remember that one. I remember my grandpa recorded the One Direction one on a DVD because he didn't know how DVR worked and he wanted me to have it. That was kind.
Like,
The Michelle Obama episode, wild.
Yeah. If you're watching iCarly for any reason, it's got to be for like. I think that everyone should watch Jerry Trainor's acting journey.
Oh,
Love him. He wasn't even the original Crazy Steve. They got someone else, and that guy wasn't crazy enough. So they hired him, and then we're like, we need you to go to the studio now, actually.
Yeah. The same thing happened with Helen, the theater manager on Drake and Josh. And there was actually
what's her name? I love her.
Yvette Nicole Brown.
Yep.
There's the first episode that she appears in of Drake and Josh, it's a different woman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look, anyway, go see Quentin reviews.
That's what I'm saying. If you're doing it anyway, Quentin's the easiest way to do it.
Quentin reviews for 9 hours about iCarly.
And then watch the 12-hour Victorious video.
Oh, so good.
Wow, 9 hours.
Yeah, he reviews every episode of iCarly because the reboot
and then talks about
out.
overarching themes. Yeah, I know we were all waiting for Sandra Oh to be the mom, but instead they just canceled it.
Yeah. Essentially the thing is he was like, so in preparation for the iCarly reboot, I want to like talk about every piece of the iCarly franchise. So he reviewed every episode, and then there was a spin-off show featuring Sam from iCarly and Kat from Victorious. So he had to do a video on Sam and Kat, but he was like, well, for the context for this, I should also technically do a Victorious video.
And also Sam and Kat is honestly half of what Sam's book is about. Jeanette McCurdy's book, a lot of it is about Sam and Kat. She was like, I had to be here so that Ariana Grande could become a pop star. There was a full episode where Ariana Grande's character like got stuck in a box or got stuck in a vault
fully because of scheduling issues.
Yeah, because she had to. It was because she had to go perform at the Billboard Music Awards. That's what it was.
It all tied back.
It together. All comes back.
So anyway, we got this guy with a shield in his chest.
Yeah, I was in my 30s when these things were on the air, so
Hey Jeff, they're still good.
Yeah.
Look, still bangers.
They're no Boy Meets World, but I'll tell you, they're good.
Boy Meets World.
Better than Girl Meets World, though. Anyway.
True.
So you place your hand on the shield.
Wait, who does?
Susie Ann.
That would be me.
Okay.
And as you do so, the world around you just kind of fades away for a moment. Like everything is just gone. And then you start hearing what sounds like voices crying out for help. Yeah, but it starts off small, and then as you are holding on more, it starts getting louder and louder and louder until it's deafening.
Am I able to convey this to my team?
Not at the moment. It's very overwhelming. What would you, if I may ask, in Susie Ann's mind, what represents something in the way, so to speak, like something that will not allow you to pass?
Like just in general, something that's blocking me?
Yeah, like, I want to go over there, but there's this thing in the way.
God, I don't know. Laws, government, the church?
I meant more of a physical thing rather than a metaphorical.
Oh, yeah. Like a stockade, like a bunch of trees and spikes poking out.
All right. You'll see in the distance eventually, as it eventually does appear, what appears to be a large, like, wooden wall with like the logs are like cut at the top to make like spikes. And in the distance, you see like trees behind this wall, and almost deafened by this wall, which all the trees are made excuse me, deafened by this wall is the sound of like hundreds of voices yelling out in desperation, as though like there's a golden barrier around it, referring to the logs. There's like a front door, if you will, and they're like just like banging against the door and yelling and screaming.
All right, shut up. One at a time.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
13 plus 3, 16.
You still have bless.
Yes, I assumed I rolled for it.
Oh, you did?
I'm assuming that's what the +3 was. Yeah.
Okay. I want to go ahead and give it to you. Looking out back with Gary and Venn, she touches his chest as he's yelling, kind of spaces out for a moment, and then like lets go and like yells what she just yelled. What Jeff just said, basically.
Okay.
One at a time.
Yeah.
While she was touching it, did he stop at all?
No.
Okay. All right.
I'd like to try to convince the goddess to transfer this thing to me. Unless it just kicked me out of the trance.
It was more like your natural repulsion from like having a bunch of people yelling at you at the one time in a very loud and vocal, like mind-numbing kind of way.
Gotcha.
So it was just like
sort
brutal.
Kicked me out.
Yeah.
Are we
Sorry, go ahead.
Are we still in initiative?
Yeah, it was Susie's turn at that moment.
Okay. Go ahead, Tess.
Once Susie's out of it, or I guess even while Susie's in it, could we ask Blaster Cap if the voices lessened at all when Susie was yelling and kind of seeming like she was part of it?
It seemed like it was quieter, but not quiet enough.
Okay, so I mean, technically, okay, seems like it's not transferring over, but maybe if all of us touch it, it might get quiet enough for somebody to hear something.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, at the very least, maybe you could get some temporary relief.
We'll see what we can do.
All right.
What do you say, Cap?
Oh, you're talking to Blaster Keg?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just Blaster Cap.
Just make it stop.
Well, we're gonna try.
Yeah,
We're doing
absolutely.
our best.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm assuming everyone touches the shield.
Yeah.
At the same time.
So, I'm going to ask individually, Tess, what does Venn consider as like something obstructing a path?
I would see something physical obstructing a path as like a big old rock.
Okay. As?
I would assume probably a fellow Goliath from this city, probably someone who Cap is entangled with, like one of his cronies.
As you referring to Venn at this moment, much like I mentioned before, the world just kind of fades away, and you start hearing yelling, and then it starts getting louder and louder and louder until eventually, like appearing is a golden boulder over the entrance of a tunnel, and you just hear what sounds like something pounding against the boulder over and over and over and yelling for desperation. Gary, same general idea. There's this person standing in the way, and you see him just like being budged a bit as something's like hitting his back, but he's just like indomitable as these voices yell for help, for their own help, for their desperation, for the desperate situation they're in. Susie Ann, whenever you touch, it goes from like the quiet of a cave to back to where it was just a second ago. Like just like taking a radio and cranking it to the max at one time. So it's like quiet and then all a sound, a wall of sound, basically.
Can we make out anything specific?
It's hard to hear any specifics, but I will say that something, you'll have things like we're disappearing.
Okay.
Can I look around? Are the others there with me?
They are not. And what were you saying, Tess?
Can I do anything about the boulder?
You can. I will say that it is getting like deafening, like hard to think levels of.
The closer I get to the boulder, or just because of time passing? I guess I wouldn't know because it's the same thing.
Like I will say, like in this sequence, I wouldn't call it dreams, a vision, if you will. In the vision, it's just like as you're standing there in front of this entrance, it's just genuinely getting louder and overall.
Do I get the sense that moving the boulder would make the voices stop or get even louder?
You know what? Specifically because of you, because of your background, I want you to give me a wisdom roll.
Okay. Do I use the same die that's been really questionable today, or do I try a new one?
That's up to you.
Maybe this is the last chance for that die.
You're so right.
Die jail.
What role is this? Perception?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. $19.
Very nice.
Good job.
You've only ever heard. No, how to put this? This is the first time you felt it, but you it's a familiar feeling that it's behind this boulder, what feels like a lot of pressure. And if you were to move this boulder, it would release something huge.
I'm trying to move that boulder.
I will say, because I'm going to save time, as Venn tries to, the boulder will not. But yeah, it is. It is.
No, I knew I couldn't, but I couldn't not try.
Right. I just didn't want to like have you roll and then waste like
roll and be like, it's actually an impossible task.
Yeah,
no, I know. I knew coming in I wouldn't be able to move it, but I cannot stop myself from attempting.
Right. No, completely makes sense. Yeah, the boulder is indomitable. It will not. What happened? Sorry, my screen just jumped.
I gotta move their hand boxes up now because Ascot's got moved. Unless
sorry, wait, there we go. I undid it.
Oh, I can move them on
You're
Zoom.
Still in a different place. Ooh.
Oh, you can do that. Look at that.
Let's see. Dean needs to go.
I'm sorry. I've raised my hand because I had a question, but
I was about to tell you which order people are in, and then I remembered that it's different for you than it is for me, probably.
We will jump over to Gary as Gary is standing.
Me, that's kind of fun. Hi, I'm Dean. Welcome to Omniversal Escapades.
Wow.
Our exes, meaning we don't bring them into the story.
Transition.
You're the DM, no, Tess.
Quick, Tess, give us 6 level ups.
Quick test.
Level up.
Name these 18 characters in the background.
I do that.
Jump a Jerry Stew. Adam, Amanda.
All right, you said it's over to me now?
Yeah, it's much like I mentioned with everyone else. It starts getting louder until it gets to the part where it's hard to think from this noise. As this indomitable Goliath is standing in front of this entrance of a building, let's say.
I'm gonna attack him.
So like you go to swing with the Morning Star, and it's like hitting a wall with a Morning Star.
Okay. So it doesn't do anything?
He like budges slightly, and that's basically it.
Okay.
Susie Ann, it's getting harder and harder to think.
Okay, I'll shout. Lumira, this man is not strong enough to hold this power. Please, pass it on to me.
You know what? Give me a wisdom saving throw. A wisdom check, excuse me. Wisdom check.
19.
At that moment, as you're standing in front of this barricade with trees in the distance, you feel a warmth touch you. And you hear something like, "We need to be let out." And the warmth kind of fades. It's the voice is in, like, you can't tell much about the voice, but that's what the voice is saying, is we need to be let out.
I don't know what that means. Do I pull a switch? Do I like rub his tum-tum? Come on.
Gary, do you have something you want to do?
Yeah. Are we back in the mine now, or are we still in this like mind palace?
You are in the Mind Palace. If you wanted to like escape, I would need a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Then I'm
And
gonna do that.
that goes for anyone who wants to leave this like vision that you're in. If you want to leave right now, do a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
That's not gonna work.
I got 12.
I got an 8.
I got a big old 10. Oh, that's kind of fun. 8, 10, 12. That's nice.
Everybody add their bless.
Yes.
Yeah. I rolled a 2. I want to make that very clear.
Fair.
What did I say I got before?
Oh, I have advantage on wisdom
12.
against magic. Does that count?
I got 13.
I will say yes.
Is this magic?
Yeah, I will say yes.
All right, so that's a 13, which is not much better, but it is better.
I will say in this case for all three of you that like you're trying to force a personality sort of situation, like force your will out of this situation, but it's too loud to concentrate.
Okay. So we're stuck in here.
If you do something that would justify another will save, you can attempt to do it again.
Okay.
I'll shout, everybody who's touching the shield, let's try to find each other with our minds.
Is this a physical space that we're in? Or is this just like fully a mind thing?
You could probably deduce that this is a mind thing because you don't feel the presence of either Venn or Susie Ann.
Okay. Now this is gonna get real technical, Dean.
Okay.
In this mind space, I'm me, fully me, right? I'm just hearing a lot of voices. Okay.
Yeah.
Gary is going to reach into his pack and take just a sip of that water skin from the well of memories to try and overload his brain.
The DC is going to be lower, but I will say, give me another will save.
Okay.
You're bringing more of your mind into the mind palace.
We'll see if it works. Are you kidding me? It's like sitting between 17 and 3. It went to 3.
Unkind.
You cannot feel your hand moving towards where the magical water skin is at.
Okay.
The sound is just too overwhelming to concentrate to do that, I mean.
Okay.
Anyone want to do anything else to try and escape this situation?
I'll shout, y'all, you're going to have to push and fight to get out of there. You can't just wail and whine. Work together. Find some ropes, something.
Susie, go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
14.
Is that including your bless?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I have an idea. Everyone else give me a wisdom saving throw.
Why do I keep using this dice? We agreed that I would move to a different one.
Oh no, I didn't
that
see
one.
I didn't see I didn't see the die roll. You might want to use the other die because I didn't see the die roll.
With my bless, it was a 19 for me that time.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
and Venn gets that advantage against magic saves thing.
You're so right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a 14.
Okay. Venn specifically. You're standing there, this noise is overwhelming, and then you hear Susie Ann yelling, calling out to you what Susie Ann just said. You feel connected to her at this moment.
Yeah.
And it was coincidentally because you both were 14. There was like a range y'all had to get in within, but yeah, it's because match for one. That's really cool. So I'm gonna lower the DC, and you can use this for both of you to do another wisdom saving throw to get out of this like trance.
Okay. There we go. Okay. Let me add my bless to that just in case. We're going to call that a 23.
What did you test?
17.
And Jeff?
Oh, I needed to roll another one?
Yeah, that's just for the actual escape. The 14 was basically just like a unifying moment where you could all feel each other.
A nice little 19. Bit.
Basically, you use the power of friendship to connect each other.
That's nice.
That's beautiful.
That's nice.
Genuinely, as Susie Ann calls out, you feel each other's presence. You don't feel the rest of the world. You don't feel the rocks on your feet. You don't feel Blaster Cap. You do not feel the world around you, but at that moment, you felt your connection to your friends. And with that, you were all able to overcome and pull your hands away from Blaster Cap's, the shield in his chest.
Okay.
And he just starts running.
I'm still on top of him.
You were in a trance.
Okay.
So
you let go of him while you were in it, yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
I think we gotta chase him, but that was very nice, Susie Ann.
Did we go prone?
Yeah, but he's not attacking. He's just fleeing down one of the tunnels.
We just have to get up and go. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll chase him down.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I'll shoot him with some subdual crossbow bolts.
Now, the idea of subdual crossbow bolts is something to laugh at. Something non-lethally shoot you in the legs.
Very, very funny.
Let me non-lethally shoot you in the legs.
It's trank darts in a crossbow.
Hey, I have a quick question, Dean.
What's that?
The voices that we heard, were they all speaking common?
Ooh.
So for anybody who is a polyglot, which I believe technically is all of you, it's like hearing the same thing in every language. So like, let me out appeared in your brain in like every version of that language.
Okay. All right. Because I was only asking because I was going to try and call out after him in Giant, which I'm assuming he also knows, thinking like, oh, maybe this will get through to him.
I mean, you can still try it, if you want.
Yeah, cool. I'll yell out to him in Giant. Blaster Cap, Blaster Cap, come back. We're just trying to help you out here.
All right. I'm gonna give you, because he knows you, because it's a language, like an ancestral language, where like spoken in his family, like a lot of other Kalias were. I'm going to say, give me a. Let me pull it up real quick before I say something wrong. Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Cool. All right. Thank you for the advantage. Yeah, we're going to take that one instead. And can I add bless to this?
Yes.
All right, that's going to be a 12.
He's just gonna collapse to the ground. It's like, Carrie, make it stop, 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 make it stop.
There we go.
You could tell he's on the ground and he's just not unresponsive, but like
I'm about to whack his head.
All right.
Once I get there.
Okay.
I will. It's like hitting the barrier when you hit him.
Oh, I forgot about that part.
Yeah.
Shit.
Speaking of, how close are we to the barrier right now?
Not far. I mean, relatively speaking, because the barrier did like go in just a little bit into the mine. So if you just like walked back the way you came from, you would eventually like, hit the barrier.
Okay, because
we could lead him that direction.
That's my thought.
You want him to
is
hit
that
the barrier?
The voices are saying that they want out. The shield is stuck in the barrier and is also creating the barrier, I think. So I feel like if we were able to like get the shield out of the barrier, that would stop things for him. Maybe unconnect him from it. I don't know. I'm just spitballing
Worth
here.
a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah. So let's lead him that direction.
Yeah. I when we get over to him, I'll like offer him a hand to help him stand up, and I'll have an arm around his shoulder to steady him and everything.
Give me another persuasion. It's not gonna be a very high DC.
Yeah. Persuasion. That is gonna be, I'll add my bless. 14.
All right, he walks with you.
Cool.
You all walked. I'm gonna skip some time. You all walk down the tunnel, and appear back into the like makeshift encampment near the barrier.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, Blaster Cat, and I'm saying this loud enough that he can hear it over the voices in his head. Blaster Cat, I'm gonna hold your hand for this. I want you to chest first try and walk through the barrier. I think that with this shield attached to you, you might be able to make it through. And I want you to hold my hand because I want to see if you can go through if I also can.
Okay. As holding your hand, starts walking chest out towards the.
Wait, do you want to hold mine with your other hand?
I could piggyback on someone.
Yeah, Venn, get up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do this together. What do you say?
I clamber on up, yeah.
Like a kitten climbing someone's leg.
As a team, you move towards this barrier with him as like the vanguard, so to speak. And as he steps through, the barrier. And as he does so, almost like smoke, if you will, smoke rising, the barrier around the area starts evaporating. He will collapse to the ground as the shield lands on the ground to his side. And you will see in the distance as the barrier just like dissipates over the town and starts like disappearing. It's disappearing from the town.
Hey, we did it. We solved the barrier.
That was an
puzzle.
accident. We weren't supposed to do that just yet. All
well,
right.
I'll pick up the shield and say, we could all just leave. I imagine
Susie
you'll
Ann, I
just
need
let
you to give
your
me a
uncle
wisdom.
go, right?
Uh-oh.
As soon as you grab it, I need a wisdom saving throw.
I heard you say that, and I was like, oh, God, no.
That's a dirty 20.
As you
Plus
grab
plus?
it.
Yeah, I rolled plus.
Just checking.
As you grab it, you start hearing the voices rise again, and you manage to drop the shield in time before it gets too much.
Well, how are we going to get this thing out of here?
Anybody got any like gloves?
Flash Cap is currently weeping on the ground for reference.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's reasonable.
Let's get some shovel handles and things and some rope and make like a jury-rigged sort of cart or travois kind of
You know what?
stretcher.
I think I have a simple idea.
Put it in a hammock. Sorry,
Can I try just rolling it in my bedroll?
Yeah.
Does that work?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. You don't feel the effects of the shield.
Yes. Okay.
Hell yeah.
All right, I put that shit in my
strap
bag.
that on your back.
Boom. Handle.
I'm gonna put the fucking god shield in my inventory.
Yeah,
all
shield.
right.
Is there a specific piece of equipment I should be looking up to put in here?
If you are going to attempt to wield it as a shield, then we'll have to get back to you on that. If you just want to add it to your inventory like it would be any other item,
Okay,
probably the best bet.
I got you. Add item.
So I'm like, that's a pretty weak item if you can't even decide how and when to use it.
Dean, can you give me the spelling of the god's name real quick?
Let me pull up so I don't misspell it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it is L-U-M.
L-U-M.
Y.
Yep.
R-A-H.
Lumira. Okay, cool. Notes. Do not touch.
I'll like give the guy a back massage and like sit with him calmly and just sort of help him try to come back to normal.
All right. I have now added Shield of Lumira, do not touch to my backpack.
There you go.
What you gonna sleep on now?
We're in my
gonna leave it on the
hometown.
ground. We're gonna fair. We'll get Darla to give us another bedroll.
Jeff, as you were rubbing him, he will fall asleep.
Oh, thank God.
Good, he needs it.
Yeah.
Sweetheart.
Let's call it for tonight. Good session, everyone. Good show, everyone.
Yeah, this was awesome.
Good game, gang. This was very fun.
The thing is, I'm gonna be just real with everyone. I was actually setting up a boss fight, but you all managed to kindness your way out of the boss fight.
That's our whole deal.
Yeah.
No, it's very odd brand.
Thing.
Yeah, it's very odd brand. Like, no judgment, genuinely. Yeah, no, good job, everyone. You solved my God Shield puzzle?
Yeah, that's awesome. We did it.
Yeah.
Now we just gotta find the sword.
Also your uncle.
Well, yes, I'm assuming those two things are not far apart.
Must have to be some like legendary like paladin or something. Somebody that's immune to curses, maybe?
Yeah.
I got a resistance to magic, not immune. Yeah.
Good job, everyone. It was a great session. Appreciate everyone for being here. If you were in our chat tonight, I appreciate you being here. So I want to give a quick shout out to both Krenage and Mad King. Thank you for watching.
Thanks, guys.
If you were lurking if you were lurking at any point during the show tonight, we appreciate your lurk. If you like what you see here, you could follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/omniversalescapades, or our social medias at omniversalesc on both Blue Sky and Twitter. I'm going to do what I normally do. I'm going to throw this to someone to pitch anything that they're working on. Tess. Socials, projects.
You can find me at Tess is super cool on Twitter. Tess is on Insta. Tess has a Twitch. Tess is on TikTok. You know, if you're on something and you're wondering if I'm there, just put Tess is and whatever you're doing there, and I'll probably show up. Otherwise, if you like looking at photos of homemade food, you can find me at Meals from the Basement. It's been really popping off this year. The most recent one is not something I made, but it is still pretty. And the next one will be something I made. So catch me there. Otherwise,
Nice.
catch me here. Otherwise, I was recently on Jeff's podcast, and you can catch me there.
There you go. As
That would be Shattered Worlds RPG.
yeah, that would be Shattered
That
Worlds.
would be
there
that.
we go.
Yes.
I'm Az. That's my name.
Hi, Az.
You can find me at Cal's Calzones in most places. Sometimes there's an underscore, sometimes there's not. You can find me at all the usual sites. Find me at Cal's Calzones on YouTube as well, where I have some video essays up. You can also find me on the Scavengers Network YouTube channel, where I do some food reviews on occasion. Speaking of the Scavengers Network, I do stuff on there too. You can find me doing the Biodex cast, which is my Pokemon biology podcast that still only has 3 episodes that I'm promising you I'm working on sometime this year. And then also It Jams for Thee, which is the yearly Space Jam review and appreciation podcast. Big year next year, year 5. We're planning something huge.
Nice.
I did some episodes of Timeline Scavengers recently, which is talking about the MCU in timeline order, scene by scene. It's a Colin Parker podcast with Jamie Anderson. I'm doing a couple episodes on Captain Marvel, so keep an eye out for those pretty soon. What else? Do I have anything else? Oh, my Twitch. Duh. I'm trying to stream at least every Wednesday Pokemon stuff.
You're doing good.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I haven't streamed for the last 2 Wednesdays, but thank you. Because we finished our first playthrough, that's why. But we're gonna try and me and Chris are gonna try and start another one this Wednesday. Maybe a ROM hack, we'll see. But you know, sometimes I'll just also randomly go live whenever I'm feeling like it. I'm probably gonna play Undertale or Deltarune pretty soon because the new chapters of Deltarune come out in I think 5 days. So I want to be prepped and fresh and ready for those because one of my favorite games. So that's what I'll be doing soon. Check me out.
All right. I'm gonna throw it to Jeff.
Hey, yeah. Shattered Worlds RPG. It's a space opera actual play. We've got wizards and zombies and spaceships and robots. Tess voiced the character of Violent Pam, who is like the worst pirate in the galaxy. And our heroes are about to meet her in person. It's a very spooky entry. They've been invited into her ship. It's very exciting. Check that out on all your podcatchers of choice. And
I'll have to.
see. I also do the Great and Secret Knowledge, a speculative fiction podcast in which we've talked about anything from The Hogfather to Wizard of Oz to Star Trek Lower Decks. Now we're doing TNG and Doctor Who, the new season. And yeah, we've got all kinds of things planned, so check us out, The Great and Secret Knowledge.
Very nice.
Oh, and I'm all over your social medias at El Jefe Tacoma.
There we go. You can find me on most platforms at Geekestein, except for on TikTok, which is at Internet Putz. I don't really post much there, mostly because I find that TikTok's editor is trash.
Yeah.
I don't really post much in general, in fairness. Like I think I recently posted a picture of my carnitas that I made for like a taco night I did at my house, and that's probably like my most recent post, and that was like a week ago or something like that. But if you want to follow me, you're welcome to do so. I'm not really. I've been pulling away from social media. Besides this, obviously, I've been pulling away from social media, so I've not been posting a whole lot. But we appreciate everyone for being here tonight. I want to thank our hosts as always. I want to thank Tess, Jeff, and Az. Thank you for being here.
And I want to thank Dean.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yes, Dean. You're doing a great job.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
One last thing, we'll wrap it up. Normally we would have a Father's Day special, but we are going to spending time with our fathers.
Novel idea.
Yeah. So there will no be Into the Dadlands on the 15th of June, this coming, but we will have another episode on the 22nd of June. So be prepared for that. And that's life happens. I always say that at the end of every episode because life does happen. And we do this to have fun.
Oh my God, wait, one more thing. Happy Pride.
Oh yes, Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
I wanted to see that at the beginning of the episode. I forgot.
Yeah.
Happy Pride, everyone. I had one thing I wanted to say.
I derailed you. I'm sorry.
No, you're perfectly fine. Pride was one of the ones. I was like something before. Yeah. Anyway, I don't remember what it is. Happy Pride to those who are going to Pride, who are part of Pride, who are having a hard time existing in our world right now because of certain elements that this is not the podcast for. But thank you everyone for watching, and we will catch you all next time. Bye.
Hell yeah.
Love
Bye.
Bye.
Love you.
Peace.
Bye.
Love you. Love you guys.